We got some balls, man. We're feeling good. It's funny is I didn't even place the light. I just set it down and turned it on. I think it looks good though.
Yeah.
We got
overall?
Audacity working. Audacity's
Yeah, it's already
recording.
recording.
Nice. Okay.
It's hot and ready,
Hot.
and spicy.
Hot and steamy.
Yeah.
Okay. We like that. Yeah, I think we sound good too.
You look good. We sound good.
I didn't even shower this morning.
Mm.
I just woke up. I haven't even taken a number 2.
What?
Yeah.
Coffee, cigarette, no number twos, because you didn't go to the gym, buddy. Your body's
yeah.
like, what? Yeah, you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you.
We skipped today. We skipped it.
It's the weekend. You're not supposed to go ham every day.
No, we're relaxing.
Yeah.
We're relaxing.
Yeah. Hence why we're doing the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Relaxing. Relaxing.
On a day.
I will say, though, we
is-
triple checked everything. We went through sound, all the stuff. We should be there.
We're not in slow-mo.
We're not in slow-mo.
We're not
I
in
triple checked. I put it into slow-mo and then pulled it out of slow-mo to be
I
safe.
don't want no double checking around here. We get even.
No, we're
yeah.
triple checking.
We're triple checking.
We're triple checking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think bummer the mic situation didn't work.
We know now though.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And it was just mixing something else up once again on the fly.
yeah,
Yeah.
trying to. Cuz
Honestly, we're gonna do it.
I mean,
we're
going to be fun.
do it.
It's going to be fun.
It's funny after last week we're like, okay, all right, no funny business. Moving forward, yeah, we got one in the bag. And let's get it done. We got our game plan.
Yeah.
And then we got a new playbook, I guess, because we were like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's in the works. So
Yeah.
actually, let's just go and start. We're in it. We're in it.
Yeah. No. I mean, we started.
Welcome to the cheers. Cheers, brother. Let's go.
Yeah,
because I want to call
There
out.
we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Cheers.
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 Yeah,
Good game.
Cheers, everyone. Good game. Yeah, GG. Welcome to the Stroke
Welcome
Show,
to the Stroke
episode 6.
Show. Yep. Matt Say.
No one.
Matt. And we're here for you.
Yeah, and we ended last show with stepping up to the table,
Yeah.
and we ended it with an open table. But
Yeah. We got some mapping.
yeah, before we get into that.
Yeah. Do we have a
Yeah.
congratulations to somebody?
Oh, a huge congratulations. I mean, I don't think it's even close to the paycheck that he got, but
No.
yeah.
No.
The
yeah.
World 9-Ball Championship
As
in
of
Saudi
yesterday.
Arabia.
As of yesterday.
Who held the
Beato.
trophy up?
I could have sworn Gorse was going to take it. I mean, I didn't want him to take it. No offense. But I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I was imagining he was going to take it, and although he came back,
Yeah.
and it was a good.
Yeah, he was down 9-2.
Yeah, that was crazy, and but the finger got him, man.
The little spider
The
finger,
finger,
man,
yeah.
that is just
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even touching the table. It's like a little serpent.
Yeah.
It's got a little hydro dragon.
Yeah, it's a snake sitting there
yeah, ready
waiting.
yeah.
Yeah, congratulations to him. 250K?
250K to the winner.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
moolah.
Any score was 15-13. Carlo Beato holding the trophy up.
Yeah.
Um
I can't wait till I get to jump on the table.
yeah.
Shoes and all, you know.
Yeah. And that is it was okay that he did that. That's 250 grand. You jump on the table before you shake your
Right.
opponent's hand. You're
Right. Now, if
'Cause
I'm
you
winning
could
a
tell he
tournament
was
like that,
sweating it.
I'm buying that table. And I'm
Yeah.
going to moonwalk on
They
it.
better give it to him.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you got 250K. You can buy
No,
it.
I'm yeah. Yeah. I mean, how much do you think that table actually was?
What are they playing? I think they were playing on Rassens, or were they playing on Diamonds? Well, there you go. I completely forgot
Yeah.
that.
I want to say
Brand
it was
new,
a
10
Rasmussen.
grand, 10, 12.
Yeah. With the Aramith, all the lettering on the rails.
Oh yeah,
fancy.
All the
I mean, I
logos.
like the lettering. I feel like, one day when I get my own diamond table, if there's an option to have those letters just to make it look like super professional, I'm totally down.
Yeah.
At least
the
I'd want to.
Simonis leathers, Aramis,
Yeah.
right in here.
Yeah. Yeah. So congratulations to Beato.
Yeah, congratulations.
Way to
Beato.
go. Way to go. Remember us after you spend all your money or do whatever.
Yeah. Better had his. He's a billionaire in the Philippines now.
Yeah. What is the currency in the Philippines? It's not like rupees, right? That's India or something. Maybe it's.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I have no
pop
idea.
it off my head right now.
Anyways, yeah, we're bunny trailing hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations there. Is there anything else we need to bring up?
No. And then I just wanted a little taste of where we left off last time.
Yeah.
And
do we want to talk about how our last league night went? Or did we just leave that alone? Maybe we leave that alone.
I think your reaction kind of said it all there, buddy.
Okay, all right. So moving on.
Yeah. They were good. They were good.
No,
we had our chances. We played some good shots. It wasn't completely just a slop night. It definitely wasn't a slop night, but we got slopped. We got slopped.
No, yeah, we got
Ray,
wrecked.
good shooting. Tom.
We got wrecked.
Dom.
Yeah, and Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good match, boys. Good match.
Yeah, very good.
We're coming for you next time.
Oh, yeah.
Be ready.
Yeah, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, so we could used probably a little more of what we're going to talk about then.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, no. Yeah. No, 9-ball, I'll say this is probably the most exciting 9-ball situation as far as league and all this stuff and playing the game. I'm definitely enjoying it with all the things that I'm looking into and the break and all that stuff.
You have a completely different mindset this year as opposed to last year.
Way different. Yeah. No, I'm definitely gunning for it a whole lot more as far as my understanding of the game. So,
yeah, you and on that break, you're just nerding out. It's awesome.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And now we're talking a map situation.
We've already sunk that wing ball. We already talked about how important that was.
What'd you call it earlier? Cartography?
Cartography? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. That is, the
mapping.
Creation
maps.
of maps, yeah. Or like a map designer.
Yeah, because that's, so we've got the wing ball down. We're at the table. We're looking to figure out what we need to do to run the rack.
Yeah, we've practiced our breaks, so hopefully we have that one where we're sitting juicy.
Yeah, which I need to work on.
We've controlled our cue ball, so we have a shot on the one.
Yeah.
And in this scenario, these are all perfect layouts or open layouts to start with.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't they be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Why wouldn't they be?
Because the break's awesome.
Get good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we left the table. You had an option to push, but no, we're not going into that. This is all for the gold.
Yeah.
So
and now, when we're talking, what are we talking when we bring up mapping our rack?
Okay.
What are we talking about? What is the point of mapping the rack? Why are we doing it?
To make, simple, to make life easy on yourself and to get the win.
Okay.
But all right, so we left the table open last time.
Yeah.
Now, how am I going to connect those dots?
Connecting the dots. I like the term.
You're right.
I love the term, connecting the dots.
And so before you even shoot your first ball, I think you have to take a look at the whole table as a whole.
You have to walk around for a second.
Right, yeah.
You have to imagine, okay, I broke the balls, I made something, I have a shot on the one. How is the rest of my table looking right now? So we're talking like identifying some possibly tougher balls to get on or choosing. So I guess, when I'm, let's say I have, my shot at the one. What I'm looking at, just me personally, is I'm looking around, right? Say all the balls are open. My first thing is I'm looking at where the 9-ball's at, which pocket I want it to go into. Because then I can look at my 8-ball and be like, okay, which pocket does my 8-ball need to go into to set up for that 9-ball in that pocket?
So it's like a reverse run out. I've heard like Darren Appleton mention that. He finds his key ball, finds his, whether it's 8 or 9, finds that and kind of reverse orders it.
Works backwards. Because when you figure out, okay, my 8's going in this pocket, and I want my 9 to go into that pocket, where do I need to put myself on the 8? So now I'm looking at my 7 ball or the one before that, and the working backwards is definitely something that at least when I'm about to start shooting and choosing my map, I'm definitely working backwards most of the time.
Right. Well, and you need to do that because so you have a 3-ball system and 9-ball. You know, you want to stay. Your pattern was in with the next 3 balls, but when you're first at the table, you need to get the whole game plan together.
Yeah, get the idea.
The 3 to the 4. Is it tricky? Do you need to come around the table? What side do you need to be on?
Yeah,
so
right.
That's why when you're first stepping up, deconstructing that from the back end.
Yeah, before you do anything.
Right.
I like that. Deconstructing your map. And starting, I do like the whole start with the 9 and work backwards. And because when you do that, you're going to look at any of the tougher balls to get on, like maybe the 4s on, 3s all the way down over there and the 4s over here.
Right.
Deconstructing backwards. I'm already enjoying this mapping situation.
Yeah. And mentioning the 3-ball system, I think, and maybe I'm sure I did this at the beginning too. You hear the 3-ball system, you're like, I just need to be 3 ahead.
What is?
But that's once you start executing.
Okay.
In case you get off, it's a reminder.
Right.
But if you broke and just had the 3-ball system, you're gonna run into problem after problem after problem.
Yeah. Because you don't even know where you're trying to get to at the end.
Yeah, you can shoot the next 3 balls, but
okay.
As soon as you eliminate one, that 3rd ball comes into play, and you're like, oh wow, that kind of changes a lot of things. So yes, having the whole idea at the beginning, I like that.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely huge. I mean, at least as far as being able to run the whole rack out, and then 3 balls ahead. Why not 4 or 5 balls ahead? Is there is it just managing what's in front of you before overthinking it?
Yeah, I think it's managing like your focus.
Okay.
If you're focused, you already have an idea for the whole rack. Obviously, we've established that.
Yeah.
And the next 3 is like, you need to know what side of the next ball to get on.
Okay.
To get to that 3rd ball. So that's why the 4th ball is irrelevant almost.
Yeah.
So then by the time you take the shot on the ball you're on, the next ball becomes the shot ball. You're adding that 3rd ball.
Yeah.
Then you're going to look at the what side.
Yeah.
So the 4th ball is almost irrelevant because you're going. It's just
right. You brought up something too. So right now
it's kind of a little jumpy there.
We have no, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So right now we're talking mapping. We are deconstructing the rack or the map backwards, starting with the 9, looking at the 8 to the 9, 7 to the 8 type of stuff, evaluating. Now we're talking, or we were bringing up, staying 3 balls ahead, and that's when you start to shoot. And then you said shot line.
Yeah.
So shot line, just for anybody who's unfamiliar. And by the way, when we're talking about mapping, we are hoping that for anybody paying attention, there's definitely got to be like an understanding of how this game works, of what you need to do to accomplish a goal of running the rack. And it's not super, super simple, Yeah. And so this is a situation where if we don't explain everything,
no, this isn't super. We touch on some basic stuff, but I want to get into the nitty gritty. This is for me too.
Well, so you said shot
me
line.
Learning and...
You said shot line.
All right.
What is a shot line? Because you said getting on the right side. of the
get
shot
on
line.
the right side of the shot line.
So what is a shot line for those sitting there listening, wondering what?
We'll take the scenario 1 to the 2.
Okay.
So you have that idea of, or 1 to the 2 to 3. We're gonna stick with 3 balls.
Yeah.
What pocket are you going to be shooting that 2 in to get to the 3?
Okay.
So, and then imagine standing behind the 2 ball. You haven't shot the 1. Imagine standing behind the 2 ball.
Okay.
And what line is that? You want to imagine the cue ball, you just pushing it forward at the line that you want to shoot at. So you want to come in off the rail at the ball.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, I'm
whatsoever?
actually more confused.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's my 3 in the corner. The shot line for this ball is straight into the pocket, right? This whole straight line here. This is the shot line, because that's where it goes directly into the pocket. So if that's my line, there's a right and a wrong side to be on possibly.
So I was explaining the shot box, like the line you want to come into, not necessarily the line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. What area? Yeah. Like there's an area on the table, but yes. Well, so the shot line, yes, as if you were just shooting the ball dead straight in.
Yeah. Yeah, so
taking a stop shot, that is your shot line into the pocket.
When it comes to the mapping scenario, we have this 3 ball, and it goes into this pocket. So our shot line, is directly this way across the table. Mm-hmm. And so depending on where your next ball is, mm-hmm. you are either going to be on the left side of this line with your cue.
Correct.
Bringing the cue ball that way, or you're going to be on the right side, hitting this in and bringing the cue ball this way. So there are 2 sides to a shot line, and your cue ball, depending on where your next ball is, you may want to be on one of those sides and not the other side.
For sure. Yeah. Which creates your shot box, so I skipped a step.
Yeah.
So then your shot box is from, if you want to be on the right side of the ball, it starts at that spot and opens up from there.
Okay.
To the left or right side.
Yeah.
And then it is up to, then it's just angle.
So if you're connecting the dots, getting on the correct side mm-hmm. with that shot box is crucial. Mm-hmm. Because if you get on the wrong side and now you're shooting away from your next ball, then what? We're swinging the cue ball all the way around the table? Or
yeah,
what?
your whole plan has completely changed. Well, no, and that's what, I'm guilty of it. I get stubborn at times, and I had my plan.
Yeah.
It got a little off, or a lot.
Yeah.
And I just thought I could, just throw some duct tape on it.
Right.
Fix it with my next shot. And rather than reevaluating those next 3 shots.
Yeah.
And that's where the 3 comes back into play.
Yeah.
Why you stick with 3, because it can shift. We're not all landing perfect on every shot. There's some wiggle room.
Getting on the right side of the shot line and then coming into it. How difficult would you say it is to come into the shot line versus crossing it, right? Because crossing it is where, say this is my shot line and I shot the 2 and now I'm crossing the line.
Yeah, you're going perpendicular to your object ball.
Versus coming into my shot line from wherever down the table. We don't want to cross it.
No.
Right?
And risk. Honestly, that comes... Is it easy? That was the question, right?
Is it easy to go into the shot versus across the shot?
So it's funny you brought that up, because our goal here with the run out or the mapping is to keep it simple, make it easy.
Yeah.
So, but then your question, is it easy? No, I think it's an advanced knowledge of mapping itself.
Okay.
Not just taking the shot on how to get to the next ball. Because if you can see it clearly, you could probably come into the shot line every time, but you need to set up for that.
Yeah.
And you need to know that, way ahead of time, but
that is pretty advanced, because
I think that's super advanced. You need to be able to see it all, not a shot at a time.
I remember when I first learned, this was maybe 2 to 3 years ago, I first learned about or heard of the idea of instead of crossing your shot line, coming into the shot line. And even then, over the last 2 years, it's been a slow learning, because when you're thinking about going into the shot line to set up for the correct position, going into it, you have a higher percentage of landing on your shot in a good way. Whereas if you're crossing it, you overrun the cue ball a little bit,
control.
You ruin your
2
shot.
2 inches could, on either side.
And so, whereas you have more give coming into the shot line, because since you're in line with it, as it's rolling forward, if you do roll an extra 2 inches, you're still in line. That idea is actually, it starts with, you have to know what your cue ball's going to do, and you have to be um, at least somewhat adept in the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge of cue ball control. Because in order to go into the shot line, you have to be, whatever shot you're on previous to it, you have to know in your head, okay, if I hit this cue ball this way and make that shot, is this naturally going to bounce off the rail into the shot line, or do I need to move the cue ball a little bit?
I like that you said naturally, because that's another difficulty to it as well. Is like you could probably always, there's probably somebody be like, dude, I go into the shot line every single time.
Yeah.
But if you get off, you're going to have to manipulate the spin on that ball, change the angles to come into that shot line.
Yeah.
And then we're not trying to, that's,
right.
That's really not, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
It's fun when you can and when you really have it on the line.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Because you brought up natural. So if you can naturally go into it.
Yeah. Basically, well, the idea is, so going into the shot line, absolutely crucial to running out the 9-ball rack. Also, it being natural is one thing we wrote down as far as like tips go and all that stuff. Part of 9-ball is you want to keep it simple. Thinking about the shot line, your next shot, what pocket the 8-ball needs to go. If you are flinging the cue ball around this whole time, 3 rails out to get position and all this stuff, and that is going to be a situation where the more you need to move the cue ball, the more rails you're going to use, the higher risk and the lower percentage chance you have of running the rack. And this is why going into the shot line is huge, and understanding, okay, if I'm on one side of the shot line, my cue ball is going to travel this way. If I'm on the other side, knowing all these fundamentals, there's, it sounds simple. And then when you start shooting the damn balls, you're like, holy crap, this is difficult.
Yeah. The greats make it look simple.
Yeah.
And without the knowledge going into it, you're like, wow, he made the ball. That's awesome.
So shot line, absolutely huge, and going into it increases your chances. Now, what do you do if you have to cross the shot line? Like, say your position was funny. Now we're at a situation where, okay, I'm gonna cross the shot line versus go into it. Do you? And obviously it'll depend on the rack. I feel like in those scenarios where I feel like I'm gonna cross it, I feel like I want to be as far away from it as possible.
Right. That's where the shot box coming in. The shot box, imagine it like a piece of pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Closer you are to that object ball crossing it, that's the first bite of the pizza.
Yeah.
I want to play in the crust area if I'm crossing.
Yeah. Make me hungry.
What do I do? I would say, keep your distance on that, or try to
instead of
a 90-degree perpendicular angle to your object ball, if you can at least widen it a little bit.
Okay, so you're more towards the shot line.
You're not coming straight across.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah, because I'm not going to pass up a shot just because I have to cross the shot line. Let's be honest, unless you're going between a couple balls.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go into, you brought up, so we're talking about just naturally playing the ball right now, and not swinging the ball around the table, but you said, what if you did have to manipulate that ball a little bit? Just a little dash of outside, a little dash of inside.
Yeah. Little quarter tip.
Yeah, to get a little quarter tip. Yeah, so you brought that up. So we're trying not to do that, but when we do have to, which is most of the time, we want to keep that to a minimum.
Yeah.
And
I remember I was playing 9-ball. I want to say it was a couple weeks ago, and I was playing somebody who, and they were watching, and I had I made a shot. I think it was the 2, and I ran into the 4, and he was he kind of pointed out, and he's like, you didn't have to run into the 4. And when I ran into the 4, I actually moved it across, I think it was the 7, and I ruined the 4-ball.
Oh no.
And he was like, why didn't you just naturally play it? Because had I been natural about it, not tried to move it, I would have left that 4 open and still landed on my shot. And he, I forget who I was playing. But they were talking about also, and something I am familiar with, keeping it simple, trying not to move balls, just taking your shot and letting it be natural versus manipulating and then screwing yourself.
Yeah, recognizing the traffic on the table and
yeah, exactly. I think part of it too was I lost position because if for those of us who play this game as much as the rest of us do, for me, when I'm trying to map my 9-ball game and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be great, it's all gonna be natural. I can see every shot line that I'm gonna roll the ball towards instead of across. Everything's open. And then I lose position. And then what happens there, and I'm sure people can relate, when I lose position, all of a sudden I still have a shot on my next ball, and then I lose position even worse. And then it's just this trickling down effect of, okay, I lost position. I just lost position again, and it made it worse. Now I lost position for the third time, and now I can't even see my ball.
Yeah, and then you're back in the mental game of like, you're shooting still because you're like, I can make this.
Yeah.
Rather than accepting that.
Yeah.
You just kind of ruined things, and should just kind of.
And that literally comes down to not keeping it simple. Because if you keep it simple, you don't have to move the cue ball as much, or you're not trying to.
So minimal cue ball movement.
Minimal cue ball
movement. 100%. And when possible, obviously.
Right.
But we want to go for minimal, and sometimes that minimal cue ball movement leaves you on some long shots. Which I mean, these long shots. Let's be honest, guys. They safeties. Well, we'll get to there, but distance is a factor in the game.
Yeah.
And some people can just barrel it down, and some people just
right.
They're still have training wheels on.
Right. And it depends on the table you're playing on. There's a lot of factors, but
you can't be afraid of them either.
Absolutely not. Right. I mean, even just playing our game last night. The 7 was on the table and the 9 was over on the other side. And I remember sitting there and I had a shot on the 7 and it was fine, but I didn't want to fling the cue ball around to get into my 9-ball shot line. And I remember sitting there being like kind of frustrated that I couldn't leave myself without getting complicated. I couldn't leave myself easy on the 9-ball. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, dude, if I just make the 7 have a little bit of a longer shot, I still have a great cut shot at the 9.
Right,
it's not a tight cut. Literally, I did that. I left the cue ball kind of down here near the side pocket there. And it was like the easiest shot ever. And I was afraid of it. And that's what made me kind of get frustrated with myself. I'm like, oh, I'm going to leave myself funny on the 9. And then I was like, okay, no, keep it simple. Just naturally let it roll, take a little bit longer of a cut. And then when I got there and I had the little bit of a longer shot, it was like the easiest 9-ball ever. And that all came from me being afraid of taking that longer shot.
We got out of position, so you're already... Yeah, you just talked about sometimes when you got out of position, you just start flinging the ball sometimes, and you're stubborn or stuck in. That ball was going to go in that pocket, so I'm just going to.
Right.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Right.
So don't you stepped back.
Yeah.
Kind of thought about it. You're like, you even said I like to. I don't need to do that. I'm gonna take a nice. I think you just shot the ball.
Yeah.
Like it was
I just
simple
stunned it
stop
over.
shot.
I just stunned it over a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was a totally makeable 9 without issue. Don't be afraid to take a little bit of a longer shot.
Right.
And I feel like the idea there is don't be afraid to take the longer shot in order to keep it simple.
Right.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Because, I could have flung the cue ball around, either scratched or lost position, and then given you the game.
Right.
Or I just take a little bit of a longer shot.
Yeah.
I didn't land perfectly on my 9, but it was still a totally makeable ball.
And I think this goes into, like, there's a difference between not being afraid of a hard shot. We're not talking about necessarily a high difficult shot. It's just a longer shot, the percentages are a little lower.
Yeah.
Or we're talking about placement on the next ball.
Yeah.
Because just because it's a hard shot doesn't mean you shouldn't be afraid of it.
Right. Right. Yeah, totally. No, bring on those shots. So we got so we're
just
talking,
to clarify, because we're gonna be looping into when you do run into those difficult shots on could your Would you?
Should ya? Should ya? Could ya? Would ya?
Yes. There you go.
Did ya?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So keep it simple. Try to play natural. Go into the shot line and staying on the correct side of the ball so that whichever way your angle is, you're getting to your next. I definitely love the deconstruct the map before you do anything. Look at your 9, look at your 8, whatever, walking it backwards, connecting the dots that way. I feel like, as far as mapping goes, I feel like that kind of covers a lot of the kind of basics, fundamentals, because obviously we're not going to do some crazy detailed, how to whatever. And obviously we're still working on our mapping because just like this last Monday, we got slaughtered, ladies and gentlemen. We got slaughtered.
Yeah. This is a pre-recorded. I'm not even. This is pre-recorded. I'm gone.
We're deleting this.
Yeah.
So tips. I wanna just talk a little bit about tips as we were kind of getting towards the end of this here, because we went over some fundamentals of mapping. Definitely, a lot of the stuff I'm thinking about we've already talked about and gone over. But tips. There's a couple tips I want to talk about. One is in 9-ball. You're probably all familiar with it. You break whatever, somebody misses a hanger, a ball hanging in the pocket. If you are not practicing manipulating the cue ball off of a hanging ball where it's like buried in the pocket, hasn't gone down yet, knowing what the cue ball is going to do off of these hangers, because the hangers show up all the time. And I screw this shot up regularly where I think, okay, the ball's hanging. The cue ball's going to do this. I go take the shot, and the cue ball does the exact opposite of what I was imagining. Practice your hangers and getting to know what the cue ball is going to do when your object ball is buried in the pocket. Because that is the easiest way and probably one of the most common ways I anticipate something of the cue ball's movement, and I anticipate it completely incorrectly, where the cue ball does the opposite of what I was hoping it to do.
Right.
And so practicing what the cue ball, or watching the cue ball off of a hanging ball and hitting those in and moving the cue ball. And you had was it a book or a couple pages where it talks about how you can put the cue ball anywhere you need to on the table with a hanging ball. Yeah.
So this is like the most underestimated shot, I think. Yeah. Because everybody thinks it's an easy. Yes, it is an easy shot. You can make the ball, but this is the most important shot at times because you can use it even when you're playing 8-ball, leave it hanging in the pocket because you should and could be able to get anywhere on the table from this ball.
Yeah.
You can get that cue ball wherever you want. So it's an easy dub, and you're also blocking the pocket. But
yeah.
Yes, just you being able to know where the cue ball is going.
Yeah,
everybody can make the ball, and we're not here about just making the ball. We want to make the 9-ball.
I can't tell you how many times the 8-ball is sitting right here. The 9's in the center because nobody's moved it yet. All I have to do is hit the 8-ball down and then move out for the 9, and I screw my position up every time because I don't anticipate what the cue ball is going to do correctly. I need to be practicing these shots because it happens all the time. Where it should be an easy, okay, make it come out a little bit. It is actually not that easy. There's a lot that goes into these hanging balls.
How deep is it? Are you going to go rail first, which that cue ball is going to be moving after that? Is it going to run into it? Are you going to?
Yeah. Are you just trying to draw out of it, which also can
depending
be, on how... because typically if 9's going in this corner and I have the hanging, if I'm drawing out of it, I'm crossing the shot line versus going into it, and so...
Yeah, well, there's also, coming into it, you can also go away from it.
Yeah.
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 Or coming back.
Yeah. Like if the 9-ball's middle of the table, here's the 8. Coming into it this way and rolling out past the 9, because the shot line is here, rolling out past it. See, and knowing how the cue ball is going to react off of these hanging balls. Absolutely important to to lining that up.
Yeah, both of us on league night the other night had a ball hanging like this. We were across table, and we tried to, hit the rail first because it was I can't remember where the next ball was, but obviously you didn't want to just stop it in, or it wasn't very easy. So, and both of us just completely missed the ball.
Just missed the ball. It was in that pocket too deep, and we missed it. I feel like I missed mine by like a millimeter. Deep. I was wondering if I touched the ball.
Millimeter, mile, it doesn't matter. I just gave ball in hand. Yeah, so it didn't matter.
No, practice the hangers for sure. Let's see. What other tips do we got? Using the rails. Yep. So we've been talking about this even just the last day. We were playing, and he's watched me play a bunch because we've played each other a lot. And I would always be stopping the ball or drawing it back, and I basically was playing without rails. This has kind of maybe tough to explain, but
he tried to hold the ball. I would always almost in every scenario.
I would always try to hold the ball rather than using a rail after the shot
to slow your cue ball down.
To slow my cue ball down for an easier control,
a more natural stroke.
Yeah, because if I was to not use the rail and just draw everything back, it's definitely, there's a way higher percentage of missing or losing your position rather than using a rail after your shot to let the ball roll out. And so I've definitely come a long way as far as that goes. I'm definitely using the rails a whole lot more because anticipating what a cue ball is going to do off of a rail after a shot is a way easier, higher percentage chance of knowing where it's going to go versus drawing back every shot.
Yeah. And hopefully not playing off the rail too many, Yeah. How many times do you try to hold it or just slightly roll down table and then you're ended on the rail?
Yeah.
So you just played that little bit harder. You're coming back. You're still having a natural angle.
Right. Right. So using the rails, letting again, keep it simple, natural, let the cue ball roll off of a rail.
You see the pros with those cuts, you're like, why did he hit it so hard? He hit the rail 3 times.
Yeah.
Just because he needed it to go down there, and then he used the cushions to slow down his speed.
Right. Right. Yeah, so using the cushions and in a natural sense, not trying to fling the cue ball around as far as the cushions go, but letting the cue ball be natural, because the natural is the highest percentage play that you can get. Assuming that you're landing on your shot line and the correct side of the shot line to get to your next shot. Natural, I would say most of the wrecks I have run, it was, it was an open table. I connected my dots, deconstructed it backwards, and then played it naturally with super minimal cue ball movement. And that's also
the dream, right?
It is the dream. Because, like we were playing at Roadhouse, I got a 9-ball run out, a break and run, but there was a fluke involved. I lost position, and there was definitely some unnaturalness to my play. I wasn't keeping it as simple. Although I got it, being that I didn't run it out with cue ball control and simpleness and naturalness, it doesn't feel as good because I got lucky and I lost position. Whereas, and it was just because I was overplaying the game a little bit. I wasn't letting the cue ball be as natural as it could have been. And so, let's see.
Well, that's a natural ingredient to a great player. Not accepting, I got the break and run, woohoo, look at me.
Yeah.
Because unless it was that flawless,
Right.
Then yes, okay, you're on the right track. But,
yeah.
I'm sure we've all had some runouts to where we had to put some work in. And yes, it was,
right.
It almost feels good that you pulled it off.
Right.
But you're like, I did. That took too much effort, too much time. Just quick tip too, since we're on the tips.
Yeah.
So you're talking about slowing down with the rail, and you were talking about spin.
Yeah.
And for those of you we're just disregarding throw in this scenario, but you use spin for when you're going to be contacting said rail.
Oh yeah.
The spin, besides the throw, does not change the trajectory necessarily, besides up, top, and bottom.
Yeah.
But when you're spin induced. So I just wanted to throw that out there for
Yeah.
your mapping.
And this is like, we're talking just the fundamental,
when you hit the rail, that's when your spin will
if
take
I'm
effect.
doing a stop shot on this 3, there is no reason for spin because my cue ball, I mean, again, taking away from, or not,
just disregarding
ignoring throw. If my cue ball, if I'm shooting at this 3 and my cue ball isn't going to contact a rail after, there is no point in spin.
Yeah.
Because
we're talking about mapping, so
the spin is after it hits a rail. What's funny is I've definitely come across, a lot of like maybe newer players to the game where they're trying to spin the cue ball, but they're not thinking about the rail after. They're just trying to spin it to manipulate the cue ball.
The object ball, I think they can. They probably saw it get thrown once, so
yeah.
Or
no, there's definitely
manipulate the cue ball off the object ball.
And this is a super fundamental aspect of the game is if you're looking to spin the cue ball, the reason you're doing that is because it's after your contact of your object ball, your cue ball is going to hit the rail. So you need that spin to manipulate the cue ball off the rail.
Yeah.
If you're not going off of a rail and you're trying to spin the ball, stop.
Yeah.
Don't try to spin the ball.
Top or bottom, you can. We're talking spin left and right.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, we're
spin
talking
left.
We're talking English.
Yeah, English.
Not just top and bottom.
Well, I mean that is probably like one of the main ingredients though to mapping.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot to really throw this out there. It's like you want to play it natural, but even natural sometimes has a little bit of what we call running English.
Yeah.
To play those 2 rails a little easier
right.
it keeps the momentum of the cue ball.
Right.
And that's not going to do anything if you're not hitting the rail.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
exactly.
Just wanted to make that out there so y'all can start getting all those 9-ball runs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
If we weren't clear about it, when it comes to mapping, you have to know all the fundamentals of the game in order to map. You need to understand the tangent line, like all this stuff. And so if you're like, what's a tangent line? What's a shot line?
Yeah.
What is left spin going to do? That's where, okay, you're going to go back to the fundamentals and start looking up that stuff before you start deconstructing a 9-ball rack.
Go check out some Dr. Dave's.
Exactly.
He'll give you a 25-minute
some Dr.
breakdown on chalk comparison.
What is the best way, in your opinion, because I know my favorite way, of practicing, understanding, and getting familiar with trying to map your table out and then shooting it? You have a favorite way? Because I know I do. Practicing your 9-ball run out as far as the map goes.
I mean, it's probably the same answer.
The ghost,
and it depends on what stage of practice I'm on. If I'm warmed up, yes, I'm just playing the ghost. If I'm warming up, and I get out, I'm gonna move the ball over a little bit and say I'll take that shot.
Right.
Or I made that 3, I'm on the 4. Yes, it rattled, but So there's levels to that. But yes, I think that's one of the only.
So this is
mapping
what
drills.
Playing the ghost is. If you're playing 9-ball, so the ghost. Essentially, so you rack your 9-ball rack, you break the rack. That sounded funny. You don't break the rack.
Use the rack first. You set it aside.
So do your break shot. So this is playing the ghost. You set up your 9-ball rack. You do the break shot. After the shot, doesn't matter where the balls, what happened, if you scratched or whatever. Since you're playing the ghost now, no matter what, you get ball in hand, and then you start shooting the 9. If you miss a single shot, you stop, you start over, you re-rack, you break it, and then you get ball in hand, and then you go back to it. The reason why I like this, as far as my practice for my mapping, is being that I get ball in hand in the beginning, I can see the 1 ball, and I see where the 2's at. Yeah. I see where the 2's at, so I can deconstruct my rack from the 9, 8, 7, whatever. And being that I get ball in hand at the beginning, I get to start with the connecting of the dots however I want to do it. This is why I think mapping-wise, this is huge because you are in control of your map, especially starting with ball in hand. Now, if you miss, You start all the way over again.
Rack of shame.
You break it. Yeah, exactly. But
carrying on.
I think as far as cue ball and mapping, as far as 9-ball, being that you start with ball in hand on an open table and your balls are wherever and you map it out, now you get to control where this cue ball is first going to go. I feel like for me has been the best practice for 9-ball and for mapping specifically, because if you were to do it without playing ball in hand in the beginning, you're gonna, half the time you might have a crummy shot on the one.
You're gonna push out.
You can't even see it. Yeah, you're gonna push out, and then you're just gonna be playing catch up the whole time. Whereas starting with ball in hand, looking at your table, mapping it out, starting with ball in hand, and controlling the very first shot, I feel like has helped my mapping game. Trying to figure out what's natural, to get to the next ball and where my tougher balls are, that I know, okay, in order to get on this 3, I have to be on this side and come off this rail to get into that shot line. Being able to start with ball in hand enables you to spend a more efficient time mapping your table and actually executing that map.
Right.
Versus just racking 9-ball, then taking the ball where it lies. Play the ghost. If you miss, start over. Break the balls up, ball in hand, and figure out your map. I think the ghost is my favorite. And, if you have another form of 9-ball practice that helps your mapping or whatever, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Say something. Because for me, playing the ghost is my all-time favorite practice for 9-ball.
Yeah,
I like rotation. For mapping.
I think rotation,
just
playing the ghost, you're playing solo.
Just a rotation game in general?
No, 15-ball rotation.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
15-ball rotation helps with that. But I'm going to save that for the next episode. I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah. Ask away.
Is that all offense? You going all offense, no matter what, playing the ghost?
Yeah, every time. Every time. This is not a safety practice or anything like that. This is, I'm literally, my practice playing the ghost is running the table.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
But
it's all offense.
If you get in a stupid shot, are you going to shoot offensively? Because one thing I was thinking when we were doing it the other day, I was like, if I get completely out, I'd rather just practice my safe rather than taking a shot I would never, ever, ever take in a game.
Right.
I'd rather just play the safe, re-rack, start over.
Yeah.
So I think you're getting both elements, because are you just...
There's a personal preference there, for sure.
If you don't get the breakout,
when I'm practicing this, I am going completely offensive.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any safes. Although that could be a good thing to practice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're completely
for me though,
unless you just willy-nilly the ball around the table.
For me personally, I'm going to make the shot, even if I'm 2-rail kick. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's my personal preference. If I'm playing the ghost, for me, it's only offensive. It's 9-ball run out training versus safety training or anything like that.
Right. Okay.
So good question. Good question. No, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
No, I'm going offensive, and you're not. You don't think?
I think you're completely on a different page than me.
Am I?
I'm saying I'm going for the run out, but if I accidentally land the cue ball right there and the 3's on the other side, I can go for a kick for it.
Yeah.
But it's more of just a slam. I'm talking just dumb shots you would never take. You can't get position on the next ball.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna practice my safe on that one shot, see if I can kick at it, do whatever, and then just rack and go, move forward to the next match, and try to run that one out.
Yeah.
And if I get in a shitty situation, because banks, playing banks games, with some people, it's you're taking shots that you would never take in a match,
right?
And it can get into your head a little bit.
Right.
So
now I'm offensively shooting at that ball, definitely.
Okay.
For my ghost game, I'm offensively shooting.
No, yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
We're moving on. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So the ghost. Yeah. Again, let us know if you've some other way of practicing your 9-ball runouts. And now we're eventually going to be getting into what happens when your map isn't clear and you have problems on the table.
Well, if you're playing the ghost, you're just swinging at it.
No, I'm talking 9 ball.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. He knows. He knows.
What do you mean? What am I doing? What's
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be a whole nother.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother episode.
I was trying to leeway us into safeties over here.
Oh,
being okay, yeah. There's more practice than just swinging the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
playing the okay. Like I see you. Big brain over here.
Yeah.
Big brain.
And I don't. Yeah. Any hoot.
Any hoot.
Yeah. So all right, this whole episode was open table. There might be a problem ball, but you solved it. You busted it out. You got a shot on it. You stuck to your map. You ran the table.
Yes.
How to do that every time. Open table, no questions asked.
My favorite way to do it.
Yeah. But sometimes when we break, we get balls tied up.
Ugh.
We get
no fun.
You percentages.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying,
yeah.
Rather than taking that shot, I'm gonna what were they called ducking. I'm gonna duck. I'm gonna play safe. I'm gonna try to make it as hard as possible on you to hit the ball.
We're ducking.
Or come back to the table.
We're whacking.
So, yeah.
Quacking. We're quacking.
Yeah. That's what we're stepping on next time.
Yeah. That's
just
gonna be a
sneak.
That's gonna be a whole thing right there. I mean, that might even be a long one. Be ready for it. Yeah, and that's next week.
It's way more mind game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Offense, it's like you're playing by yourself. It's a mental game for you.
Yeah.
Now you got someone else to worry about and think about.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Well, it's not the ghost.
Yeah, no. I mean, I like the ghost a whole lot better. Yeah. Even though the ghost wins as soon as you miss.
Just make them watch.
Yeah, just don't miss. It's that easy, guys. All right. Good game. If you've made it this far, click and stick that subscribe and like button. Because that's gonna help us out.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's our Sunday
9
morning.
Ball Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our Sunday.
Yeah, 9 Ball Part 2, and then we're doing Part 3 next time.
Part 3.
And so let's see. Is there any last anything to go around a little? We have an empty glass here, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Here, you had to pour me some. There we go.
There we
Dude,
go.
for the show.
Cheers, my
Cheers.
friend. Much love, y'all.
Good game.
Click and stick. Good game.
Good game.